did that. Hi, Internet.
What's up, guys?
Welcome to another episode of Evrand. This is my homebrew campaign. I'm clipping a little bit because my mic adjustment is slightly different. So that should be better now. So, hi. Welcome back to this show, my homebrew show, where we play in now apparently not my homebrew setting, but pre-established ones, like Barovia, which is where we are right now. That's a computer in between. There's Celine's face and Sean's armpit. High quality production, folks. High quality production.
Yes.
Anyway, so what happened last time? The party found themselves in Barovia dealing with... Oh, you know what? Before I get started, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who came out to support the D&D Block Party 2020 this past weekend. It was crazy. Over $14,000 raised. It was just bananas. So that was super awesome. Yes, I see. There are fewer windows each time you watch. I got no good answers for you.
Doing the best.
It's my fault.
Okay, well, there you go. This time it's Celine's fault. A couple of times ago, I guess it would have been Pat's fault because he was here and then he wasn't. Anyway. So they find themselves in Barovia. They know some funky stuff's going down, right? Like the sun doesn't rise, and there's this devil leader guy named Strahd, and he's kind of like a bad guy, but he was gone for a while, and the things were really good. Now he's back. Some of the party really likes him. Some of the other rest members of the party are really skeptical of him.
Just because he's a bad guy doesn't mean he's a bad guy.
See, you're doing it backwards, though.
What?
That's not the expression there.
What do you mean?
I did.
Just because you don't think he's a bad guy doesn't mean he's not a bad guy.
No. What I'm saying is just because he's a bad guy doesn't mean he's a bad guy.
No, like, I totally get what you're saying, but I feel like you're putting the stress on the wrong part of that.
All right, that's neither here nor there.
Anyway.
It's here, but whatever.
It's not there. Anyway. So, you went around, you met Madame Ava. She did a drawing of Oz's fortune. Doesn't look good for old Oz. A lot of death, a lot of imminent doom and danger and bad things happening.
Ending of bloodlines.
Yep, all that good stuff.
Maybe discovering an item.
Being falsely accused of something.
Yeah, I don't think... Was there anything about finding an item?
Yes.
Yeah.
Was there? I don't even remember.
The artifact, an object that must be obtained and protected at all costs.
Oh,
Right.
that's right. That's right. Well, long story short, the party decided after conversing with different people, best bet before they get to dinner at Strahd's place in a couple days' time, they're going to go to the Amber Temple. They know that at the Amber Temple, that's supposedly where Strahd got all of his powers, and it's a seat of great power here in the land, and it's what gave him his control over why. They're not really sure, but maybe there can be something, a research or something else done while they're there to find out more about it. So, seems like the best option they have at the moment. So that's where they were going, and I can't remember, did you guys get there or you were on your way there?
We teleported via plants back to Yester Hill, and we're
You're gonna head
working
there.
our way down
Right.
town.
I
walking
see.
west.
Yes, of
Take
course.
us back.
No.
They're mostly dead. Faces.
Yeah. Dead faces.
Yeah, lots of dead faces.
Deadheads.
Alright, so, yeah, you guys are there. Is there anything you want to do before you set out on your journey?
Now that Oz has the kind of ooky spooky vibe of this place, he is going to grab there was like I forget what it was called. It's like the undead whip.
Ah, yes, the old undead whip.
The Whippy Skippy, I think it was called.
Oh yeah,
the Corpse Slayer.
that sounds like a much better name.
Plus one whip. If it hits an undead, it does an extra D8.
Yeah.
It is attunement though, so he's gonna grab it. I don't know if I'm gonna end up using it, but it's going to be on my hip.
Question before you do that. Can Oz use it?
Ooh,
Are
that's
whips
a question.
Whips are martial weapons,
one-handed?
but they're martial weapons, and I don't know if that's on a rogue's list.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
You're
rogues,
right.
rogues
I
can't use
none
it.
of those things.
Well, you could bring it with you.
You can fight with it not proficiently.
Yeah, well, maybe somebody we run into will like using whips.
I feel like that's similar.
No,
Right.
those are different weapons.
No, you're right. Those are very different weapons.
No.
I tried.
What did you say? What was that argument?
I mean, she
Or
said
like a-
mace,
or
but I
like
think
a
she
sling.
meant flail.
Yeah, those are more similar.
Probably definitely
Mace
I was
is
gonna
good.
say it's like a hammer, but the head is shaped differently.
And it's pointier.
it's got a spiky bit.
No, it's a morning star.
Oh, that's a morning.
Ah,
Man, I gotta brush up on my medieval weaponry.
Didn't you work at a Ren fair? Come on now.
yeah. I like a good old-fashioned
This is
halberd.
a pub crawl. There's not a lot of weaponry.
I feel like they're around, right? Just in general.
She's around it. You stop making excuses for her. You should know better.
This is for me. I should know this.
I'm defending you.
I took military history. I like weapons and shit. I went to.
Right, you're right. I'll stop defending you. You make
Thank you. Celine is wrong, and she should feel bad about it. All right, let's move on.
I failed. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Wow. That was all over the place. All right, anyway. So the corpse slayer, you have it.
I put it back.
Oh, he puts it back. Then the Rick takes it back out.
Oh, okay.
In case we run into somebody who might want it.
Or who could use
Wait,
it?
what? Who?
In case I don't know, like the hero of light.
We have no idea who that is.
Yeah, but maybe they won't have a weapon. So now if we bring a weapon,
No.
then they'll have one.
Okay. No downside, sure.
I agree.
All right,
Cool.
you have the corpse slayer whip.
All right, we go to Yester Hill, or we go to the Amber Temple.
You had an ooh, Clyde. What was your ooh?
I don't want to say.
Okay, we go to the Amber Temple.
No, I mean I feel like I'm interested.
Unless we want to go to Argavest Hold.
Oh, unless we want to go to Arkansas. Wait, where are we gonna go there? Or that's next on the list.
We got to go to both. We would like to go to both. We'd like to go to Argavest Hold and then the Amber Temple.
Okay, so you guys are gonna set out for the Amber Temple from Yesterhill. Let me get to my map here.
Should we try and do any magical chicanery to get there faster?
Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah.
Hey, roll me a d20, Jake.
Oh no.
Let's see if the dark powers want to help you out, friend.
Oh no. 18.
Mm.
Mm,
Mm.
no, they don't, right?
Oh, maybe they do.
I don't know any trees by
I
there.
got a Bahamut helmet on. They would want to help me out.
Okay. Then Jake farts and a little poop comes out. You guys hear it. Rick does that, and you hear it. And you smell it because the smell is particulate. And now you know.
I gotta go poop. I'll be back.
All right, well, he's pooping.
Have a
Like-
nice poop, Rick.
He strained real too hard trying to make those the magical chicanery. Didn't work
I
out.
blame all those stupid dream pies. It's only a dream going in.
Okay, well, while he does that, what I meant, Clyde, is like, should you summon horses or something? Should you turn into like a big horse?
Well, last
or
time we
something?
suggested doing this, Rick said no
Oh,
because he can't
spiky.
ride something because his butt's spiky.
He's spiking. Okay, whatever.
Got a prickly butt. What are you gonna do?
Very little.
Yeah, I mean,
What if we got like a really like thick pillow? And just like,
I mean, if we got a cart, we could just pull the
Right.
cart.
can you build a cart?
Can I build a cart?
Oh,
No. What?
can you build a cart?
I can try.
Can you like grow a cart out of trees?
Didn't Clyde build a cart to
No.
to bring Stow Lady to Red Larch?
No, you and Flint and Clyde together built a sled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I think you turned into something and pulled the sled.
Yeah, I think you turned into a
I
giant elk.
definitely turned into a giant elk.
Yeah. Yeah, that was it.
And then and put a giant fluffy pillow on me. Rick can ride me. Oh, he can sit on my horn. It'll be fine.
Yeah, that'll work terribly. Actually, that's a really bad idea. Can't be even
Very
good
bad
for your
idea.
neck either.
What's
Trying.
the...
It's a fun visual.
I'm trying.
Let's just get walking.
Okay. All right.
I don't have a better solution than that.
Yeah, might as well walk.
All right, Celine, roll me a d20, please.
There's no way this will end poorly.
19.
Mm,
Ooh, I think that's a fun one.
Fools.
All right, so you guys are traveling on your way towards the Amber Temple. Walking along, doing your thing. And it narrows for a little while, and you begin to hear like a rhythmic sound over and over, almost like a gong, which seems kind of out of place, and it's very, very faint at first, but as you continue making your way towards the Amber Temple, it gets louder and louder. So you now see, after a little bit more time passes, you guys moving along, you see striding confidently through the mist is a figure cloaked all in black leather, wide-brimmed, black hat, long beaked plague doctor mask, and he's got a big black bag slung over his shoulder, and he's beating a slow rhythm like a cowbell with a short stick as he's walking down the road. And he's clearly gonna cross paths with you as you go on.
Does he say "bring out your dead" after he hits the gong?
He does not.
No, okay.
Does he have a fever?
I was gonna say.
I mean,
mean,
do you want to go ask him and help take his temperature? Find
No,
out?
I can't do that. I'm not a medical professional.
I've pretended to be a medical professional before, but I don't want to do that.
I know some stuff about herbs. But that's kind of it.
All right.
So there's this guy. He's got a plague doctor mask. He's walking towards us. We're walking towards him.
Mhm.
As we walk past, I'll go, "Hey, how's it going?"
And he
It's
just...
very New York style.
And you kind of go up to the plain doctor mask, and he says, it's going pretty well. And he's continually just gong on the cowbell.
What's the gong for?
Oh, keep away evil spirits.
Ah, do you have an extra one? Does it work?
He says, I'm alive.
It's a very compelling argument. Do you have one for sale?
And he says, well, I mean, I have just the one, but
Ah,
he says I am, well, I'm known around these parts as the good doctor. I have many, many friends. I do my best to keep the people of Barovia as safe as I can. Speaking of which, you all look to be in excellent health. Would one of you be willing to submit to one of my tests so I could judge your health to improve my database?
No, thank you.
Nope.
I
Sorry, we're kind of in a hurry. We have a date. It's not a date. It's not a date. We have an engagement. Which that's not an engagement. We have
a
dinner.
dinner.
We have
It's a
planned
dinner.
to a certain place in at a certain amount of time, so we're gonna get on the road.
And he's like, oh, well, that's unfortunate. And he goes, wow. And he pulls out a gemstone about the size, a yellow faceted gemstone about the size of a fist. And he throws it and it shatters at your feet. And it just basically like, psh, and I need everybody to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh no. Oh wait, I'm great at these. Is this being charmed or magic that's going to put us to sleep?
No.
Okay.
Wow, natural 20, 21.
What'd you say, Sean?
Is it magic?
Like,
is it a spell? Or
it's not a spell. No.
I got a 17.
I got a 14.
All right.
21.
Surprisingly, out of Rick is totally fine.
I'm in perfect health, thank you.
But sadly, our other two are not. I need you both to make me a percentile roll.
Oh
So this guy just threw this thing. What is he doing while these guys are?
Well, this is all happening at the same time.
Okay, this is all instantaneous.
Yeah.
Damn.
95.
Oh, whoa, okay.
Oh.
Oz falls unconscious.
29.
You are incapacitated, and you get to choose if you want to be for the next for a time, Clyde. You are incapacitated by either screaming, laughing, or crying.
I pick which one.
I'm gonna give you the option. I should pick, but I'm giving you the option to do so.
That was a mistake.
I'm gonna say, like if I encounter someone doing this thing, I'm incapacitated.
No, that's
Or
what
whoa,
you're
that's
doing.
what I'm doing.
Right now,
So
yes.
hard to do anything else.
Oh gee.
You're right, Jake. I shouldn't have made it a decision.
Mm-hmm.
It fundamentally does not matter either way.
You literally can't do anything.
Yeah. Anyway.
Ugly crying.
Yes, ugly crying.
Okay. Well, at that point, I guess Jake, you and I, we're gonna roll for initiative.
All right.
As it's all like he throws the thing at your feet, you're like, that was weird. And then Oz is just like, good night, goes to sleep. And then Clyde's
I
just
screamed at him that I'm in perfect health.
oh, okay. I'm sorry, I forgot about that part. That was integral.
Yes.
And then Clyde is just ugly crying on the ground.
That was not red blood.
So go ahead and roll me your initiative there, Jake.
All right. Oh, wow. Okay. 19.
All right, you are gonna go first.
Cool. This would be a perfect time to attempt to. I'm gonna hit this guy recklessly with Storm's Herald.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use Great Weapon Fighter.
Well, all right, we're going all out on this guy.
I'm gonna go for him.
Okay.
So -5. That's a 22.
Yeah, that will hit this guy.
All right. D12. D6. There we go. That's the way to do it. And then what is that? Plus 22, whatever I roll. So 32.
Oh, good. 32 points of damage
All
to this
right.
guy. He was not expecting that. He assumed that you also would have succumbed to his abilities. So that was your first attack?
Yeah, I'd like to
Okay.
attack him again.
Sure.
All right. 24.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I really like this D&D Beyond just roll with advantage thing.
Okay. Well, that's good. That was supposed to be this whole year, you know.
Okay.
2020
Cool.
is supposed to be the year of rolling with advantage, right? 220s. Clearly
It worked so
didn't-
far for Rick. Rick's done great.
Not for the rest of the world, though.
Yeah, no, but I'm only concerned with
With Rick, yeah. Sure. What did you get for your second one?
my second damage roll is plus. See, it's only plus 22 when I add it. So that is a 34.
Okay. And that is what else?
I would have bonus action raged
Okay.
before that. That would
Okay. This guy is a reeling. Like, this is not how he expected this to go. He's he's bleeding profusely from these two massive gashes. And let's see. What's he gonna do? Well, oh boy. All right. Well, he's going to reach into his pack, and he's gonna pull out a bone saw.
Aha.
And he's going to reach into his pack. At the same time, he's gonna pull out a scalpel. He's got a scalpel and a bone saw, and we're very tiny compared to the very big axe that you have just levied his way.
Yeah.
And he stares at you. And he's breathing heavily, just dripping blood all over the ground. And then he casts a spell at you. So I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
All right. Let's do good again.
I believe in you.
8.
All right. So
Mistake.
let me see here. Okay. Your eyes temporarily cloud over as you go blind. And then you hear footsteps as he runs away.
I wasn't perfect elf.
And it's really not so much running away, but more like limping with a very clear blood trail off the road into the woods. So it is. Let me see
Do
when
I
you
get to make no, because I need to be able to see him. To
Yeah.
attack.
Yeah. So that happens.
Do I hear him?
I mean, you can. Yes.
I wanna fight him more.
I understand that. So you on your turn, it is now your turn.
Okay.
He's not. You're still blind.
Right.
What would you like to do?
Okay. Do I hear the direction he ran in?
I mean, yeah, you did.
Like in a straight line-ish?
It's more of like a stagger.
In a straight stagger?
I mean, staggering, I
One
feel like by
direction?
nature is not straight.
All right.
It's kind of
Fair
like,
enough.
oh god, my internal organs are falling out. I'm
Do
holding
I
them in.
hear his cowbell clinking?
No, he stopped clinking the cowbell when he almost died.
I'm gonna take a guess, and I am going to use Storm Herald
Okay.
to cast a lightning bolt at this guy
All right, in his general direction.
in his general go of things.
All right.
Actually, what's the other spell?
Storm
That one's a
surge.
cone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that one instead.
Okay, so you're gonna run up as far as you think you can get with this.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna storm surge him so that he has to attempt to avoid my cone.
And what kind of save is that? Con?
It is
Dex?
dexterity.
Okay. Oh nope, natural one. What range is the cone?
It is a 20-foot cone.
Okay, yeah. Lightning goes out.
All right.
At the end of your turn, you get to make. Oh wait, is it a concentration spell? It is not concentration.
All right.
What? Okay,
So
yeah. So at the end of your turn, you get to make a saving throw.
All right. He takes 17 damage though.
Okay, sure. At the end of your turn, you get to make a saving throw.
All right. Come back here, you jerk. 6.
You don't hear anything from him. He's real quiet right now. You are still blind.
I could hear Clyde. Clyde.
Yeah. You can hear Clyde.
Shut up.
That's true. Yeah, it's very hard to hear this guy now. You feel like maybe he's like, this guy's got more tricks up his sleeve. And you just hear ugly crying and wailing from over there.
I cast lightning bolt.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your damage there.
All right.
We don't need these spells when we get to the Amber fucking Temple.
I still have all my spells.
First off, this guy attacked you guys and sent you unconscious, and I can't tell that he's probably already dead.
I support your decision, Rick.
28.
Okay. Yeah, your lightning bolt goes off in the same direction you think you know he was in. Now I need you to make another wisdom saving throw.
All right. They call me Dr. Doom. 1.
Yeah. So you're gonna keep going in the same direction you think you heard this guy going off in?
No, that's silly. I can't keep going further into a direction that I can't see at all.
Okay.
Which is any direction. I just stop moving.
Okay. So after about another 40-ish seconds or so, your eyesight returns.
Aha.
And there's a dead, scorched body of this guy on the ground.
Oh. I got him. Oh no. I pick him up and bring him back to these guys.
Okay. You do. Oz is still unconscious. Clyde is still laughing. Crying.
Sometimes you laugh so hard you cry. I slap Oz to wake him up.
You wake him up.
This guy.
Did we win?
Yep. I did. Yeah. I slapped Clyde to stop her from crying.
You
Get in a hold of yourself.
You slap Clyde. Clyde is still crying.
I'm sorry.
Now she's crying because you slapped her. Like, she was just crying before. Now she's crying even more because the holding her face gets slapped. Something's really wrong here. You just smacked her across the face.
It worked for Oz.
It did work for Oz.
I did. I slapped you across the face. Can you detect magic?
No.
All right.
Clyde can, though.
Why don't you loot this guy?
All
All right.
Cool.
He's gross.
All right. So, yeah, you go through his belongings and you find an alchemist kit,
Ooh.
an herbalism kit,
Woo!
a preserved hand.
Ooh.
I'm sorry. A preserved, like, human hand. A preserved, a skull of a monkey. A preserved paw of a monkey. A greater healing potion. 75 gold pieces.
Nice.
100 copper pieces. A beaker full of some strange liquid. A stoppered beaker. And it looks like one of the kind of gem that he threw at you guys.
Aha. That looks like one of the gems that he threw at you guys.
Dibs on us taking it and no one else getting it. I don't know why I said dibs.
I agree.
Clyde,
I pick up the cowbell.
you now have a cowbell.
All right.
And a little stick for hitting the cowbell. Clyde, I need you to roll me a D49.
Woohoo. So, don't roll an 8.
Oh, yeah, roll an 8.
Do it. Yeah, roll an 8.
25.
25, okay.
What does this monkey paw in this jar look like?
Oh, it's not in a jar. It's just
Oh.
it's just very well, like almost like mummified. It's just like a monkey's paw, like 3 little monkey fingers. The other 2 are closed down like this.
I don't like
Oh, and he also has, which is for Clyde, a branch of berries that glow in the dark.
Oh, here you go. This will help you feel better.
So just so you know, Clyde is going to remain crying, incapacitated for the next 7 minutes. Which is how long
Hey.
Oz would have also been unconscious, but he could just get slapped awake, so.
Oz, can you do anything for her?
I don't even want to be around her right now.
Yeah, that's fair. I also don't. I just cannot stand ugly crying.
I mean, let me try
Look at
something.
that. All right.
Just distract her for a second.
I smack her again.
Oh my god. What a distraction.
It works.
So I'm gonna hide and then jump out and boom! Tasha City's laughter at make me a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage.
This is the worst. This is not a solution.
13, you failed. Now you are under the effects of Tasha's hideous laughter.
So am I laughing and crying?
I don't know. That's a question for Ted.
Oh boy, hang on.
You said you hated ugly crying.
I hate ugly laughing just as much.
Alright, so she fails again. So now she's prone on the ground, doubly incapacitated, while both laughing hysterically and also ugly crying. Because the effects of this, the effects of the spell, like for all intents and purposes, the thing that went off on her is a short-term madness effect. So that's just a persistent thing. But now she's also under the effect of this spell, which is layered on top of it. So her general sense of being, of how she wants to exist on the I guess how she wants to exist regularly is ugly crying. But she is currently overtaken by the need to hysterically laugh on the ground for 1 minute until that spell ends, at which point she will immediately start ugly crying again. The series of emotions that Clyde is experiencing.
That's going through a lot, and she doesn't know why.
No, she doesn't.
Wasn't it fun when the craziest thing that happened was that Rick pooped?
Oh man, good times.
All right.
Wasn't better.
I pick up Clyde.
She's just laughing.
All right. I start carrying her toward
The Amber Temple.
the Ember Temple.
All right, 7 minutes go by. A minute goes by. She stops being affected by Tasha's hideous laughter. She is now ugly crying again for another 6 minutes, at which point it eventually stops.
You all right there, sport?
Think so? My face hurts.
Want to take a rest?
Yeah.
Wait, let's take a rest.
Okay.
Let's take a
Okay.
sh-
Yeah.
All right, you guys take a short rest.
Rick, can I have a
Um,
hot beverage? Feelings.
Yeah. How about you have your coffee?
That's a great idea, Rick. You're so smart.
Thanks.
how did you want to do anything during this short rest?
How about a snack bed?
Yeah. How about you identify this magical gem?
All right. I will do that over the short rest.
All right. Does any of this other stuff seem magical, Clyde?
I don't.
Well, the potion obviously is greater healing, so that's magic.
Right.
Rick, you can
That's
sniff.
magic.
Yeah. Does it smell magic? You know.
None of these things smell magic. These, my friends, are weird science. It's not magic.
Ah,
Does anybody have alchemy kit? I know Wave does, but he ain't here.
well,
You have
we just
alchemy's
found
kit or
out.
just poisoner's kit?
Poisoner's kit and thieves tools. Yeah.
No, I have herbalism kit.
So I think between the two of you, you might be able to identify what the beaker is. So you guys can go ahead and make checks, I guess intelligence checks with those two proficiencies, and we'll see if you can figure out what it is.
Oh, nice. I got a 19 on the roll.
Okay.
So my
Mm.
intelligence, that's a 22.
All right. And,
Oh, yeah. Are we adding our proficiency bonus?
yeah, you're proficient with, yeah.
All right, cool. So that's going to be a 27 for me.
Woo!
15.
Okay, so between the two of you, none of you have really ever seen this stuff. You've heard of it just in like casual discussions between, whether it be in the herbalism side or maybe, more on the poison side, because it kind of fits into both because it's a naturally occurring disease that's somehow been distilled into bottled form. And basically what it is this is sewer plague, like essence of sewer plague. So when a humanoid creature is bitten by a creature that carries this disease, or they come into contact with it, or, it gets into an open wound or something like that, they have the chance to become infected by it, like you would with any kind of infectious disease. It takes time to onset. For the symptoms to begin to manifest. They include fatigue and cramps, and then the infected creature suffers 1 level of exhaustion and only gets half their hit points back from that they've spent when they finish a long rest. And at the end of each consecutive long rest, they must make a save, and if they fail, they gain an additional level of exhaustion. And on a success, they reduce the level by 1. And if the successful saving throw reduces below 1, they recover from the disease.
So, How much of this do we have?
You have enough for like it's not a poison, right? It's a
Disease.
beaker full. Yeah, it is like
You could
a
just splash it in somebody's face.
yeah. I mean, it's hard to say. You also potentially run the risk of contracting it just by touching it. Like depending, I mean, it's seems like it's more of like an open wound kind of a thing, but prolonged exposure. You know, gotta wash your hands. You know, like, whew, that was oh no, I'm infected. You know, but yeah, it's you've heard of the disease and you've heard of the symptoms and how it works, but to see it distilled into like a beaker is strange because you know based on what this guy had said, and I guess I should say when you flip through his notes, you do find like medical, like texts, like journals and things of different, you know, procedures that he's performed successfully, unsuccessfully, and you know, it does seem like the mind of this now dead gentleman was pretty, you know, he's a pretty smart guy. And it seems like he was, for all intents and purposes, working towards like the Barovia equivalent of like a vaccine. Trying to get there. I mean, quite methods to get there seemingly questionable.
No.
But was working on, you know, trying to come up with to the point where he's distilling things down to how can we, you know, I mean, obviously it seems like it could be weaponized potentially, but it also could be cured. So yeah. And you can see, I guess, you guys can both make me intelligence checks as you read through his notes. Or investigation checks, I guess, if that's better.
Where did it?
15.
Haha! Halfling! Damn it!
Oh.
5.
Okay.
I rolled 2 natural ones in a row.
So Clyde, you as you're reading through this, you like start to recognize some of the like sort of little called out like notes in the margins and stuff that he has this gemstone kind of called he's labeled it as a gem of madness. And it basically, as you flip through the pages and read more, he has taken all manner of different kinds of like airborne diseases and viruses and things like that, and kind of can still distill them into a sort of aerosolized concoction contained within this breakable gemstone. So that way, like when it goes off, it affects everybody differently, but it instills some form of whether it be, you know, disease or, you know, poison or some sort of hallucinogen mind affecting thing happens when it's loosed. And it does not seem to, as far as you can tell, differentiate between species. Like it seems like you know, you get the feeling that it clearly will affect humanoids. It affected both of you, but it might have purposes, you know, for groups outside of that.
Do you guys think it would work on a vampire?
I don't think so, because they are not alive. So they can't really become hosts for viruses and stuff.
Can vampires be like poisoned and stuff? I feel like that would be under the same kind of umbrella.
I don't think so.
That's fair.
I'm having ideas for these guys.
Okay, cool.
All right, go ahead.
I want to use them for me.
Like for your purposes?
On yourself?
No, not on me, for me.
Oh.
I want to.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what I want to do. Did we tell Clyde about the heist that I have to do?
Did you? I don't think so.
I don't think so. So Oz is going to open up. Oz is going to explain his whole situation, how he has to steal this priceless, powerful, dangerous thing.
That's that idea.
Yeah. So what I want to do, okay, so what I'm thinking is, we take this sewer plague.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to steal it. I'm gonna steal the thing. But after that, you take the Sword Plague, and then when we go to, we can go to the DIM's headquarters. The people who are doing this to me, poison them all with Sword Plague. Then go in, take out the guy on top, bring in his lieutenant, and say, okay, we did what we were supposed to do. Don't fuck with us. We took out the boss. We're even. We're going to walk away. You are now the boss. What do you think of that? And if he says, we're going to fucking kill you guys, then we kill him and we work our way down the ladder until we find someone who, it's the train job episode of Firefly. I want to do the train job episode of Firefly.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
I love that show.
Guy, and then we're like, we don't want any trouble. We're even. This is what we can do to you if we want. So we're good, right?
Right. What if we just, like, killed them all?
We could do that too, but, like, I'm morally ambiguous on that one because, like, I used to be one of them. I can see how someone who makes some bad choices, you have a good heart, you end up in a situation like that. They're not the ones running things. Smokey Joe's the ones doing this to me. So, like, take him out. We take out the guys at top. Other guys move up. It's a criminal organization. I don't think anyone else will give a shit as long as everyone's making money.
Yeah, but it's also a criminal organization. I don't think anybody outside of it's gonna give a shit if it just disappeared.
I mean, there's a big underground structure. There's a delicate balance to it in Evrand, and profits are generally shared between them. Basically, I'm just trying to not make us enemies because we're still a new organization.
Ah, that sounds reasonable. What if?
This is future thoughts. These are just what I'm coming up with now. So I don't necessarily want to use them here in Barovia. I feel like these might be long-term better applications.
Fair. This is also a random disease. Maybe we should just get rid of it.
Well, that's true. You might be unleashing a plague on your world.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Before we do that, maybe try and find someone in our world who could make a cure.
Or just get rid of it, because then you're not dragging diseases around.
Like, are there other means of killing them if we're going to kill them?
Sure. That's fine. But either way, what I'm saying is we might be able to cure this. Like, Ted, is Sword Plague a disease that we know of from Evrand? Like, is that something people get in Evrand?
It's something that people get, but, like, you have to be in a sewer and, like, around refuse and, you know, it's people contract it, but it's like you have to be in the right place in like the right shitty scenario to catch it.
Typhoid.
Yeah, but this is now in theory been distilled down to, I mean, what you could do with this is really limited to your imagination.
Oz is gonna make the point, like, yeah, but like some people do suffer for this, and like when villages get raided and shit happens, so this might be beneficial to try and come up with a cure with anyway. Even if we're not going to unleash it on a bunch of people who frankly deserve it a little bit. Like, if they all shit themselves, that's all I want.
All right. I trust your judgment.
Yeah.
And it's me.
You get to carry it, though.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because if it breaks or anything like that, that's on you, boy.
Oh, question.
Uh-huh.
Now that we've been taking magic items and stuff out of our bag of holding, there should be some more room in there, right? Theoretically.
Yeah, that's true.
So why don't we store it in the bag of holding? That way there's no way it'll get smashed.
And then when we get back to the tower...
Store it in the tower.
Store it in the tower.
Good call.
We could get Nope, lost it. All right, cool.
All right, to the Amber Temple after a snack.
Yep. I made a snack while we were talking this whole time. Yeah. So what I did is I took fruit, pounded it out, cooked it really lightly, okay? And then I wrapped other jelly type fruit in it, right? And then I made tiny little fruit raviolis. Here you go.
This is a nice little snack. Thanks, bud.
Yep.
Interesting.
It's like a gusher.
Interesting.
Thank you. Yep. I am often full of interesting culinary ideas.
This should be an appetizer on the menu when we open our restaurant.
No, it wouldn't work as an appetizer. Maybe as a dessert. paired with some ice cream.
Ooh, or depending, it could be a palate cleanser, depending on how sorbet inside.
Sure, yeah, something minty too. Yeah, or ginger.
Yeah, lemon. All good ideas. Oh, that's one of the things. When we retire as adventurers, Rick has said that he wants to open up a restaurant. He's an excellent cook.
Oh, I think you guys, that would be fun. That'd be a great idea for you guys.
Yeah. So far, we got Wave, who can make water, which is helpful.
Wave's gonna be the waiter.
Yeah, we can't have him talk to the customers. We have the chef. We have Wildfire, who's like the heat source. We could do all sorts of different like charring and slow cookery, and the world is our oyster.
Not too much slow cookery. Every once in a while, the whole kitchen just fucking blows up.
You do what you do. And we got me to handle the money.
Sounds like you guys have a flawless plan in place.
Yeah, well, I'll do what I do. All right, we keep walking. I take that guy's mask too.
You have a plague doctor mask.
Is he handsome underneath?
Yeah, actually, he's pretty strikingly handsome.
Well, sometimes, honestly, I think the fact that I didn't like go crazy, I think he was shocked, and I throw him off the road. Ha!
That's good. I like that.
You also saw in his kind of notes, there was communication back and forth with seemingly someone from what you could gather, well, that was his good friend. That they were having continual conversation, and his friend is only referred to in there as the abbot.
How recent is this?
It's pretty old. Like, there's no received communication. Like, you can see as you're like reading through the notes, like, oh, at this point, and then like all of a sudden it just stops.
Lovers quarrel.
This guy was a bad doctor.
Yeah.
I don't feel bad about killing him.
I feel worse than when I met him, so he can't be a good doctor.
No, you can't just experiment on people. It's illegal.
Right. I said no thank you. I did not consent.
Yeah, and then he was like, ha! Cry! I told him I was in perfect health, and I continue to be.
Yeah, all of that is true.
I didn't take a single point of damage.
There you go. Well, it became.
Neither did I.
That's true. Yeah, nobody did because of me.
Anyway, you guys continue on your journey to the Amber Temple. Let's see here. Are you guys taking the road, I assume, or are you guys going to try to trek through or take the hop on the river?
No, we're taking the road.
Yeah, we don't have a nice ranger to bring us cleanly through the forest there.
Nice ranger. What an oxymoron. Anyway.
Well, they could be nice.
I suppose. Anyway, you guys continue. You travel for the better part of the day on your way towards the Amber Temple. I'm going to say you make it basically around the other side of this foliage woods. Kind of go to that crossroads and continue onward. And it's about time for you to sleep for the night. What's the plan?
We'll do the is there any place around that seems like a good place to make camp?
Yeah, we should split up, take some time, look for somewhere preferable.
Split up? Nope, don't split up.
Okay, so we should all together look at the same places to see if they're good for the night.
All right, I will let one of you make a survival check with advantage.
Oh, I'm good at those.
Do it.
Yeah. Give yourself guidance.
She said confidently. Here we go.
She doesn't have guidance.
She doesn't have guidance.
I don't like it.
Is this at advantage, right? Okay.
Wave had guidance.
22.
All right. Woo! Hey, all right. Yeah, you think you find something like an uprooted tree that might be like it's kind of dug out where the tree roots uplifted. So it might, it's kind of a little off the beaten path a little bit, down low into the ground. It might be a decent place to set up. Or the most decent place, I guess.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah, let's
So what I do is I take the cowbell and I tie it to Oz. And I say, hey, just wear this just in case.
Okay.
Gotta have protection.
Yeah. I agree.
All right.
Right. I'll take the second watch. Oz, you take first watch since it's still a little bit light out.
Okay.
Okay. You guys
4 hours.
You guys do the thing. And at the end of that rest, just go ahead and roll me a d20, Jake.
I like that. Let's see. Come on. This is when I need yellow dye. 9.
Oh,
Pretty good.
That's average yellow.
it's yellowish.
Yellowish. It's
Yellow like.
hewing towards yellow.
Okay. You guys sleep through the night. Nothing happens. Totally nothing happens. Wake up in the morning. Everything's fine.
All right, let's get going.
I have my
Let's
All
have
right.
some oatmeal for breakfast.
Yeah.
party.
There's a banana in your camp. Wasn't there when you went to sleep. You were awake, Clyde. You're not sure when or where that happened, but there's just like an errant banana on the ground, hanging out.
I don't know when that got
How
there.
ripe is it?
It's like that perfect, like it is fully yellow with just like the tiniest little bits of brown, like enough to be like, man, that's a damn good looking banana. But not too much brown where you're like, I have to make banana bread now. Or it's like,
Damn.
is that some green? There's really only one way to find out. Well, no, that was green. Well, thanks for that. No, the perfect banana. Just one. Nothing around it. Just one banana, like in the center of camp.
I feel like we shouldn't be eating random fruits that we find.
This is not a banana climate. Ignore the banana.
Did I have weird dreams from the dream pies?
Oh, you had wonderfully pleasant dreams from your dream pie. And you, Rick, dreamed about a wonderful banana Foster. Now there's a banana here.
Guys, this would be a waste to not
This
have this banana.
This is not banana climate. This is a tricksy place that can make me fall asleep with rocks.
Yeah, I mean, other people have done that to you before, though.
Rick,
What?
don't eat the banana.
No.
Does the banana smell magic, Rick?
I go over to the banana and I pick it up and smell it.
I mage hand the banana and smush it between my magical fingers.
Why
5 pounds of force I can muster.
would you do that?
All right. I mean, you're going over to get this banana, and you watch a mage hand, or you don't. Is it automatically invisible, or do you have to choose to make it invisible?
I believe it's automatically invisible.
Okay, let's see. Because that's a good question. Because there are things that I forgot about. Just want to double check real quick. Arcane Trickster. Mage Hand. When you cast Mage Hand, you can make it invisible, so you don't have to. So, do you want it to be known that it's not a ghost squishing the banana, or do you want to make it invisible? That's my question.
I'm gonna say, out of habit, Oz makes it invisible, and he doesn't put thought into it, so it's an invisible mage hand.
Okay.
Why is
All right.
banana floating?
No!
You see, it's squished with 5 pounds of force. I guess.
And then I start bringing it high enough where Rick can't reach back to myself.
Oh, it's just you?
The banana is flying over to Oz now.
Oz,
Yes?
the banana is now flying over to you.
Yeah, I'm doing that. And then I get it, and then I smush it, and then I throw it on the floor, and then I stomp. And then I was like, no more banana. Can we go?
Well, I was making breakfast. I was going to make banana oatmeal.
Oh, I actually prefer your oatmeal without it, Rick. You do a great job. You don't need to add any fluff.
You don't need
Great. Well, how about this? And I just give him some uncooked oats, and I eat my oatmeal.
I'm gonna also eat the oatmeal with some good berries in it. Good berries.
So he's just got dry oats.
This is uncalled for.
Do you want some berries?
No, thank you. I'm
Making a point.
no. I brought rations. I'll just have some of the rations I brought and not uncooked.
Oh, you bought rations? What, from fucking 3 months ago?
They're rations. They don't go bad.
Oh, yeah. They don't go bad. I make my oatmeal extra good with cinnamon sugar.
It smells amazing. Would have been that much better with banana, though.
I know. I'm missing the banana. I'm missing it blatantly. I made this oatmeal with a 22 cooking skill.
It's a great oatmeal.
I'm almost satisfied.
Almost.
I ate a good berry. I'm good. Full for the day.
Yeah, full for the day. Oh, great. So you won't need to have lunch and or dinner.
I don't know why you're making this your line in the sand.
Cool. Let's go. I start going.
No.
Oh, I forgot. Oz, while you were sleeping, because you also ate many of the dream pastries, or at least just one. So, the one. You have just like these great dreams of just like, imagine you have a dream that in my mind is like what I guess it would be more like when Regis like took over Calimport and he's like super cushy, like fancy threads, doing whatever he wants. He's got the nice little round belly going on because he's like, what do I feel like eating today? Whatever I want, I'm in charge. You know, and like super chill and like, you know, all the any kind of worry lines are gone from Oz's face, and he's just so happy, and he's walking around this lavish gothic castle, and he heads into the dining hall, this big dining hall, and the table is just bereft of every kind of treat and delicacy Oz could ever think he ever wanted, and at the head of the table is Oz's companion, his lover, this wonderful man in a mohawk who just lights up when he sees him walk into the room, and it feels so right. And then you wake up and destroy Rick's banana, and then you guys set out for the day.
By the way, we should grab some more of those pies on the way out.
Yeah. Maybe we should go get some today.
Glad takes out her pie and eats it.
Does she have a pie still, or did you take it? I forget.
No, we didn't take it.
Okay. All right, Clyde, you eat the pie.
I ate the pie.
It's good. We'll find out.
It tastes like that chocolate cake you like.
Oh man, yes, it does. Just like the way they were raving about him, I thought it'd taste better. Turns out Clyde's just like chocolate flavor blind at this point after 10 years of just chocolate cake. Anyway, so yeah, you guys set out. We'll say you guys are gonna go to Vallaki, I guess, and try to get some dream pies or wherever it was that you got the dream pies. Kresk?
Oh no, we gotta go to the
oh, okay, you're not. I legit don't know anymore. I was
no, we can't.
We're still going to the Ember Temple.
Yes,
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys continue on your journey towards the Amber Temple. As we do that, I think that'll be a good point to take a short break.
All right.
So we
Coffee
will
time.
be right back, folks. Hopefully, your dreams of Bananas Foster aren't completely dashed by a strange halfling's
By
invisible
your
mage
best
hand.
friend.
I-
His mage hand.
I'm pretty sure it was an evil banana, Rick.
I'm pretty sure that was just a regular ass banana.
This is not banana climate.
Oz,
It wasn't on a tree.
I feel like you need to say that so they can hear it, because that was a good point, Celine.
Yeah, but well, no, I was saying to Oz's side, I was like, Rick just called you his best friend. I think that's the point we should focus on here.
Yeah, you hurt my feelings.
Colleen, I'm sorry. I was worried because bananas. You get it, right?
No, I don't. It was just a banana.
No,
You didn't even let me inspect it to see if it was just a banana. I am a food connoisseur, and all of a sudden I have this wonderful, perfectly fresh ingredient, and I can't even look at it. I didn't even get a chance to look at it. And you just took that and I just squished it in front of my face like a jerk.
Rick,
Yeah?
think about the demeanor of all the people who live here. I don't think good things happen.
Yeah. So a got a point.
Maybe they're just mad because they don't have any bananas.
Yeah, maybe this would have been a good chance to turn things around.
Where do you think the banana came from, Rick?
Look, where do I think I came from?
Tropical fruit in this land of mist.
First off, maybe that's what's in the dream pies. Maybe I could have learned how to make my own. Maybe it's banana filling.
It's a savory pie.
I don't think that's true.
Maybe they put a little bit of banana in it.
Not savory.
Mine was savory.
Mine was not savory.
It was like an empanada.
Mine was decadent.
Well, more fights about bananas when we get back. Hi, Internet. We're back from our break.
We were dancing.
The party has found their way, or is on their way, rather, to the Amber Temple, the sort of seat of dark power in the world of Barovia. So, they had a lovely night, and then just a banana ruining morning. And here we are. I think it's probably going to take one more day, I feel like, to get to the Amber Temple, although this map is very hard to read. So,
Okay.
All right. That gives us enough time.
Sean, roll me a d20.
Don't roll a 8.
5.
Just don't roll for eyes again.
I don't want to talk about it.
That is funny.
Okay. As you're traveling down the road, you hear muffled voices off the trail a ways. And then after stopping to listen for a little bit, you hear it's one voice, and it's like cursing and like going through some sort of like physical effort. That voice is strained.
Give me a second. I'm going to try and stealth over and inspect, see what's going on.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a stealth check.
Clyde just passed without trace, did me.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Would you describe the light as dim or dark? Yeah, dim.
Sure.
So that is gonna be that's plus 10, right?
Yep.
So that's a 44.
You're so stealthy.
Okay. So you make your way along, and you can hear the voice clearer. The guy is this male voice is kind of muttering and curses, and you can see there's an old riding horse tied to a tree. And you can see there's like a little clearing, and this guy is bent over a ditch with a shovel, and he's talking to himself as he kind of sweats over this hole, shoveling dirt into it.
All
All right, I sneak back and I tell them that. That's what it is.
Okay, can we walk past it?
It just seems like a guy is burying a body after a fight.
Or maybe I'll dearly, what is it, beloved, departed, or whatever.
It
Maybe
sounded
it's
like they were.
died and he's just trying to have a funeral in the forest. You know, we've all been there. You know.
Yeah.
You guys both vote. Just walk past this. Okay, fine. Sure, cool. Yeah.
We can go check it out if you.
No, it's fine.
Who's the leader? Are we using that system here?
I
Have it.
Clyde's not part of that rotation.
But I don't know. Everything's been kind of weird.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
They're just moving.
We'll cut like a hot knife through banana butter.
Well, that's 2 days down. We have, 2 more days before we have to be at Castle Ravenloft?
Exactly.
And we want to also go to Argynvost's Hold, which is out of the way.
We got 3 places we need to be. And it's taking us half our time here, to get to the first one.
Well, why don't you just ask your well-liked friend, you know who I'm talking about, if he could delay dinner a day.
He doesn't generally. I don't.
If he's gonna make an exception for anybody, I understand why it would be you.
Yeah, I guess I could do that. I could do that next time he shows up, if he shows up before dinner.
All right. Just don't call me late to dinner.
Wait, is that
I'm
better, or worse
slipping.
than Uncle the Brick?
I don't know. I don't know if I see the appeal in the whole thing.
All right, anyway, you guys, I'm going to say continue for the rest of the day, and you're going to sleep tonight, and you should be at the Amber Temple first thing tomorrow morning.
Hey!
Let's have a nice, peaceful night's sleep.
Yeah. So everybody has their nice nights to sleep, seemingly. Clyde, you have eaten your dream pie.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't typically sleep, but your trance is filled with wonderful images of just riding through the air with the greatest of ease on the back of a black and green nightmare. No care in the world, all of your memories, nobody trying to blow you up with fireballs, and it's just like a nice, just casual ride around and then galloping through the forest, and I'm like, whoa, no, I'm gonna hit a tree. No, wait, ethereal plane. Oh, no, we're back. Everything's fine. And it's just great. It's just a wonderful time. It reminds you of old times that were simpler, and then you wake up from your pleasant dream.
That was nice.
All right, it's your watch.
All right.
Yeah. So the rest of the night goes on uneventfully.
Woo!
You guys wake up in the morning, there's no banana.
No banana?
No banana.
I don't bring it up.
I thought it was a one-time instance.
All right, let's get a good breakfast and let's get going.
Oh yeah, you got those berries, right?
Yeah!
Yeah, I'll take one of those. I eat a berry.
Okay.
Good for all day.
So
All
they
day,
so
just
they
like
say.
that.
So they say.
How does it taste?
Like a berry?
Good.
Like a berry?
Just
They're pretty good.
I mean, if it's pretty good as far as berries go.
Generic berry taste?
Yes. I would never use this.
Since it is a new day, Clyde, can you prep detect magic? Because that might come in handy in this temple.
I can.
Thanks.
I can.
Can you prep counterspell?
I know it a little. And last night before bed, no, I didn't. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
I
don't want to hear about it.
I was gonna say I put counterspell in my spell gem, but it says that you use it like it has to be an action spell. Or a 10-minute or less or something. Like I couldn't use it as a reaction. So.
Right.
So it has a level 3. Do you have any good level 3 spells, Clyde? Do you have any? Oh no, you don't have attunement slots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put a level 3 fear in there.
Okay.
Good.
All right. It is frigidly cold here in the north of Amber Temple on these mountaintops. I need everybody to make me a Constitution saving throw. Or I guess let me rephrase. I don't know if people would have packed warm weather gear or cold weather gear rather for this trip.
The map, like according to the map we had, it was up in the mountains. So
Okay.
I think we made note of grabbing it from the castle, or not the castle, the tower.
All right. Then I will say that is fine. Okay, so you guys make your way up towards the facade of this temple. And let's see. So it kind of fades away under the snow, and you can see this big temple carved in the side of this mountain. Its structure is 50 feet high with 6 alcoves containing 20-foot tall statues. Each statue is carved from a single block of amber and depicts a faceless hooded figure, its hands pressed together in a gesture of prayer. Between the 2 innermost statues is a 20-foot tall archway with a staircase leading downward. And above the door, there is an inscription. And it says, "If you seek honor or power, turn back, for these walls hold naught but doom. In amber tombs below, the darkness shelters a timeless evil. This temple is infected with a scourge of malevolent divinity. Our arrogance and folly forged this place into our prison. Leave now before our damnation becomes yours."
Okay, so back to the tower then, and head over to Argynvostholt.
Yeah, right?
What? No, we just got here.
The door literally says don't come in. Oh,
It says don't come in if you're searching for power.
We're not looking for power. We're looking for answers.
Yeah, but
Yeah, knowledge.
it says honor.
Isn't knowledge power?
No, it's treasured if you're George Lucas.
I've never met George or Lucas.
I don't think I know a George.
Me neither.
Oh, like none?
I don't
Like
think
not
so.
one person
It's
named
not a
George?
common elf name.
Oh. That makes sense.
Um,
I don't. But all right.
Let's go!
Look, man, if you want to date this guy, then you should probably do some background research.
I don't want to date him. I just want things to work out in the end.
Oh, so you just want to finish dating him?
Yeah, I kind of like want to have dated him, if that makes sense.
No, let's go. I start walking down.
Wait, I take 10 minutes to cast Detect Magic.
That's a good wait.
I
Okay.
stop just before my foot touches the first staircase.
Thank
Stair.
you.
Okay.
Ooh, real quick. I just want to go through my attunement items and see if there's anything I want to swap out in this hour, because I have more than I can use.
More than 11.
Rick, I gave you back those slippers of spider climb, right?
Yep, I'm wearing them.
Okay. Probably good. Let's check.
Okay.
All right, I'm good.
All right. So there's you guys go inside.
Yes.
All right. There are icy steps that descend 10 feet further down. And you can see there are arrow slits on either side of the wall. And you can see darkness ahead.
I check for traps.
I walk on the ceiling.
Is there
Okay.
magic?
Not here. There's not. Check for traps. You're on the ceiling.
12.
How much?
12 for traps.
Okay. You don't see any traps.
Good.
So you continue out, and the room kind of opens up into a big chamber, right? 20-foot wide balcony of black marble. Shattered railings are looking over this main temple here. Black marble staircase at each end descends 30 feet down to the temple floor. Vaulted ceiling is 30 feet above the balcony that you're currently on. The walls and ceilings are covered in an amber glaze, lending the gloom a golden sheen. A set of amber doors stands closed at the west end of the balcony, a similar pair to the east. And you guys are, you're up here on this current floor here, and you can see there are, like I said, on the balcony, there's east and west. You also see a door kind of like on the back wall, like you came in, doors on this side, but there's one like that way, like on the wall, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Can Rick walk over to that one on the wall?
I don't see what I wouldn't be able to.
Take a little peek, see what's in there.
Play a little
yeah.
The old wall door.
Let's see. Also, upon heading into this room, there's a large, booming, telepathic voice in all of your minds that says, "Welcome. Are you here to steal the secrets of the Amber Temple?"
I think as loud as I can. We are not here to steal anything.
What about the other end? It says,
I say I don't think we are.
It's a very Clyde answer.
Like, I know we're here for something, but I don't know if that's what it is.
Rick? I don't.
Hello?
It doesn't say Rick. I say Rick.
No, yeah. Hello? I yell back out loud.
And then it says, it kind of just ignores Rick at the moment, and it says, if you wish to enter the Amber Temple, you must each offer a tribute of knowledge or power.
All right. I whip out a piece of paper, and I write down a wonderful recipe for banana Fosters. And I would like to use my cooking skill to write what I think would be the best recipe. If I'm allowed to.
Okay, sure.
All right. 19 plus 4 is 23.
Okay, this is pretty good.
All right. This is my knowledge that I give to you.
It's knowledge or power. I will throw that out there.
This is knowledge.
Yes, I got that. Thank you.
All right.
Jake.
What counts as power?
Let's see.
Can I give them it good berries?
No, you don't feel like a good berries. You will also see like a light illuminates as you write this out, Rick. A statue kind of at the base of the stair, like you would go down the stairs into the main room.
All right.
And there's a 40-foot tall statue carved out of granite that depicts a faceless god of secrets. And there's like an offering bowl, and like light shines down on that as you like provide your recipe of knowledge, kind of making you think it's got to go in the bowl.
Sure. I'll do that if these guys. I'll do that. I'll go do that.
Okay.
I will pull out the spellbook of Dunamancy and say, I offer both knowledge and power.
All right, that's a pretty good one. Yeah, Clyde, you get the feeling like it's got to be something significant, like
more significant than good berries.
Could be
Like
a magic item.
berries.
Could be a rare or greater magic item. Could be several uncommon magic items.
Does a map count as knowledge?
I mean, you don't feel like this entity's going to give you an answer, so you got to do what you think is best.
So she's going to take a map
Of
like a different new exotic land.
like which one?
Like from there.
Okay. You seem unsure of yourself as you're saying it, so okay.
No, like one of the continents in Evrand, because that's a different plane of existence. So I feel like that'd be of interest.
Sure.
So, my little map.
All right.
Okay, so you guys head down to this statue, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you head down to this statue. So okay, you guys go and do that. You head down and you can see, it's kind of this big 40-foot tall statue kind of staring down at all of you. And it's weird, you look through the eyes are seemingly like hollowed out, like they're not made out of stone, but you can't actually, like, it's dark in there, but you can't see the balconies on the other side. kind of through it, which is kind of weird. But anyway, you put your 3 offerings in the bowl, and you hear the booming telepathic voice return, and it says, "You shall have safe passage to and from the temple, so long as you take no treasure that is not freely given. Be warned, I and my guardians are not the only inhabitants of this place, and those that dwell deeper within may greet you with hostility or violence. Your safety is your sole responsibility. And remember, those that break the accords of this temple shall be condemned to haunt it forevermore."
That's pretty straightforward. I can handle that.
So go
Yes, thank you. Don't take anything. Got it. Unless it's freely given. And then only maybe.
Well, like, let's see what it is first. I don't want to commit to anything.
That's why, yeah, I left it pretty ambiguous. I guess I'll go check out that door now.
As you get down here on this level 2, you can see that there is there's like a chipped away balcony, kind of like you guys were on an up like a whole balcony the whole width of the room, and on kind of the opposite 2 corners on the, I guess it would be the northwest side, right, of the room, there's like a crumbled away balcony. You can see a set of doors up top there, and on the right side there's another balcony over there that's not crumbled away, no stairs leading up to it. It's like an overlook basically, and it's got doors that are open leading on 2 sets of doors on 2 different sides of the walls leading out.
Ooh, what's the light situation in the temple?
Gloomy but golden, right?
Yeah, currently, yeah. Yeah, it's mostly dark.
Okay.
Yeah, there's like a golden sheen to the darkness, but it is dark.
Okay. Just because I'm realizing most of my magic shit has to do with how dark it is.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think we should scope out those doors before we pick one, or just like do what we usually do in life and just barrel through on without concern?
I mean, that's what I like.
Are any of the doors magic?
Doesn't seem to be.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I guess check them out. Maybe look for traps. Do a sweep.
All right. I want to check out that crumbly balcony door. So I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta go up to get to the balcony, but yeah.
Oz is going to, for the first time ever, reach out and grab the edges of his cloak of the bat and flap them and flutter up with his fly speed now.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm gonna fly up and I'm gonna check out that door, see if it's locked, see if there are traps.
Okay. Actually, I should say there's 2 sets of doors up here. My bad.
Okay.
North wall and west wall.
I walk up there with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Is there like a place to walk up to there?
No, you have to climb up there.
Hang out down here.
All right, so that's gonna be a 14 investigation check.
Okay. You don't think that there's anything trapped about this?
Is it locked?
Does not seem to be. There's 2 sets of double doors.
Okay. Hey Rick, you wanna open those? I would, but if I let go of the cloak, I fall.
That's pretty lame. I opened the door.
Which one, north or west?
West.
Okay. So, torches and sconces illuminate this dining table. Covering the table is a magnificent feast. Fills the hall with the rich smells of cooked meat, sweet vegetables, piping hot gravy, and wine.
Are there bananas?
There is a whole bunch of bananas.
Oh. It looks like good food in here.
Don't eat it unless someone offers it.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll come back to this one.
No, I'll go check it out.
Well, no, I don't want to split up. Clyde's still down there.
Okay.
And this, like, I was hoping this room would be like, I don't know what I was doing. I just wanted to fly. I've never done it before.
All right. I opened the north door instead. I closed the west door.
Okay. All right. This bare stone room consists of a foyer to the east and a shrine to the west. Candlesticks draped in cobwebs stand in the 4 corners of the room. In the shrine, a faceless obsidian statue stands in a raised alcove at the western end of the chamber. Slumped before the statue are 2 desiccated corpses in tattered garments. 2 pairs of alcoves line the north and south walls of this shrine.
2 pairs of what?
Alcoves.
Oh, alcoves. Okay, that is a word I recognize. All right. Clyde, can you make it up here?
I'd have to fly or climb the wall, right?
Yes.
I could shoot my harpoon into the ground.
Just drop a rope.
Oh yeah, that would work.
That sounds like
how
less
far?
fun.
As you come in here, Rick, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Aha.
Like, I don't want to waste it.
Yeah, I agree.
15.
Okay. Let us see what happens.
It is ridiculous how much better we would be doing if we were Flint, Theron, and Clyde.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, but that would make sense.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm just along for the ride.
Mm-hmm.
so you fail is the ultimate thing that
Good.
happens. I'm just trying to figure out exactly what the effect is. Oh, okay. Okay, I feel the urge to approach the that statue.
Okay.
And sit in front of it.
All right. Hey guys, I feel a very strong urge to go approach that statue and sit in front of it. I'm gonna go do that.
You were supposed to pull Clyde up.
Oh, you can do it. You're strong. I start walking over.
So little.
Okay, you go over and you just are compelled to basically just sit there.
Shit on a gosh darn poopy butt.
I feel good. This is nice.
Rick, please, help. Clyde!
Oh my god, I'm dying, and the only person who can help me is Rick. Rick, come save me, you're my only hope.
Hey, I'm kind of busy here sitting.
Wow.
You guys can keep it down.
Harsh, Rick. Harsh.
How far down is Clyde from the crumbled balcony that we're on?
Like 10 feet.
10 feet?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna secure the rope to something and drop it down to Clyde so she can come up and help me.
All right.
Okay.
No, he's just sitting there. Can you
Yo.
Is his brain magicked?
I don't know. Is he magicked? Is there magic?
Oh man, I'm ready to sit so good. I sit Indian style. Crisscross applesauce. Oh yeah. Great.
Let me see. I forget what detect magic actually lets you know.
Oh. One of the good things about sitting is that you can just stare at stuff.
Rick, these other God damn it, Rick.
Oz, why don't you come sit over here with me, man?
Okay, I go sit with him.
All right. Well, as soon as you enter the room, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ugh. What does a 14 get me?
Yeah, you're right. You're like, yeah, Rick, that sounds good.
Great idea. I sit down next to him.
Good grief.
Don't you have lucky?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good.
All right, Clyde.
Is it magic?
You unfortunately, let's see. You don't know. It doesn't tell you if a creature is affected by magic. That's the identify spell. So.
In front of a statue?
Let's see. Does this statue? Yeah. I don't. It's hard to say. I guess maybe the whole room is magic.
That's why I'm like, is there anything in the room that's magic? Can I? Basically, I'm asking because, I'm just gonna do it. I tried to spell magic.
At what level?
Rick, a lot of the times I say and do the wrong thing. So it really makes me appreciate these times where we can just sit and enjoy something quietly together because I know I'm not going to ruin it.
Yeah. Yep.
4th level?
Okay, go ahead and make a roll.
What do I roll?
D20.
D20 plus your wisdom modifier.
Do you have any charges?
Can I use Wildfire's charges for Clyde?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
For my coffee. So.
Oh yeah, use that first.
Yeah. Ooh, that is nice. 23.
It's a pretty good roll. Yeah. I guess. Let's see. Yeah, I guess for the moment, yeah, the spell over both of you ends.
Ah, well, that was peaceful.
I run out of the room. Get out of the room!
Oh, yep.
There was another door, as I said, in this room.
Oh,
there's another door in this room, guys.
Oh, Oz doesn't like people fucking with his brain, so as soon as he got control over himself, he would have run back out the way he came and like dove into the air and like flew down to the floor where he wasn't getting my control.
Oh. All right, I'm gonna check out this other door, I guess.
Why don't we regroup down here and go through one of these doors and see where it leads us? Because
my brain feels fine now. I don't feel like I gotta sit anymore.
Go see if it's locked.
I'll go see if that door is locked.
It's not locked.
Oh, it's not locked.
Okay.
I check it for traps, then I'm gonna open it.
Okay.
Investigation. 7.
It doesn't look like it's good, or it looks like it's totally fine.
Oh,
Totally fine.
Totally fine. This door looks great. I open it.
Okay, you do. It is a small room with an arrow slit that overlooks the main room where you just were. And like right underneath the right arm of that big statue.
Aha. Of the big statue that talked to us?
I mean, if that's how you interpreted it, sure. That the statue was talking to you. Yeah,
No.
but other than that, this room is empty.
Okay, so
You were compelled to sit at the shrine there, and then there was that, and there was alcoves to the north, and that was pretty much it.
Aha.
all right.
Guys, I'll tell them about this little arrow slit that seems to be above the other statue. Somebody go stand in front of that statue again.
I do it.
I
Okay,
attempt to speak.
You speak?
All right. Does it sound similar?
And that sounds exactly like Rick speaking.
Yeah, but does it sound like it's coming similarly? I attempt to impersonate the statue voice.
Oh, yeah.
That's where the voice was coming.
No.
No, the voice was in our heads. It wasn't coming
Yeah.
from any.
Yeah.
All right.
But that's ruled out now.
I was trying to figure stuff out.
I
Maybe there was a more mundane.
Let's leave this room now.
All right, I go check out those alcoves to the north real quick, though.
Okay.
Just real quick.
Just for a sec.
You know, maybe 6 seconds.
Just to see how it feels.
Yeah. Look, if you don't, then you don't know.
And you
Okay.
know what you don't know.
Yeah, as you look around in there, you see that it looks like there is like a set of doors there.
Ah, there's doors in this alcove, guys.
Secret doors here.
Secret doors.
Oh, gee.
I
You do?
go over to them
Mm-hmm.
and I look for traps, and then I'm gonna open them.
Remember not to take anything.
I'm just gonna open this door.
Okay, you open the door.
All right.
So it's a 30-foot high room. And
Room.
yeah, as soon as you walk in, human skulls begin to rain from the ceiling.
Yes,
and
one of
it
these doors.
it fills the entire hallway up with human skulls. And now you're basically like suspended in a hallway of human skulls. But like you could push them back into the room and clear a way out to see, because you saw there was another set of doors on the other side before all the skulls fell down.
Oh, there is an unusual number of human skulls, so I'm glad I'm a dwarf, because I don't see many dwarf skulls.
You all right, Rick?
Yeah, you guys should come hang out, though, because there's other doors on the other side of this massive pile of skulls.
If I may, Rick.
Yeah.
There are plenty of doors we could try that don't have a huge pile of skulls in front of them.
I know.
Why don't we try those, and then if they don't work out, come back to the skull tunnel?
I mean, I feel like we should fully clear each avenue as we go.
Can we come back to this one avenue?
Just this one, you promise?
Yeah, I will make that promise. If we can skip this skull tunnel, then you're in charge for the rest of the trip.
I don't like that necessarily, but I do appreciate the vote of confidence.
All right.
I bring one skull with me.
All right, so it takes like a couple minutes for you to dig your way out.
Don't take anything.
That's
This
not
is really
What? They literally landed on me. How is that not freely
Maybe
given
they
to me?
just fell. You
Oh my
didn't
God.
expressly say, "Here, take this thing." Maybe it's a trap, and they're trying.
All right, fine. I leave it on top of the second to last skull.
Okay. You you kind of dig your way back through there. And as the skulls begin to kind of like fall away under your weight, you can see that stuck to the ceiling in this 30-foot high room is a chest, an iron chest seemingly stuck upside down to the ceiling.
Guys, this is the perfect chest for me.
Live your best life, Rick.
It's 30 feet up on the ceiling. It's upside down already.
Well, I'm gonna get it. Go. Nothing we can do to stop you.
I mean, you guys could say, hey, don't do that. I'd probably listen.
You go up there, Rick?
Do it if you want.
I do want to. Yeah, all right. I'll go up there.
I don't know. My instincts are wrong. I don't know.
I don't want to argue anymore. Do it.
All right. I like that one.
Go.
All right.
Okay.
Wildfire would have been like, hell yeah.
All right, you get up there, and there is a chest. It is locked.
Ah, it's locked.
Okay, so that's that then.
Is it
Can
though?
I pick it up?
Yep, I got it.
When you go to try to pick it up, it's glued to the floor, to the ceiling, as though some sort of very powerful magical glue is holding it there.
Special glue.
Do I still have my universal solvent?
I mean, yeah.
But I'm not allowed to take anything. And I feel like
Take it.
ungluing something is very similar.
You get to. I mean, it's still a chest made out of iron. You feel like you could probably, if you wanted to, break this thing, like break it open with your
Now,
strength.
guys, does opening a chest count as taking something?
If it's upside down and then the thing falls out, maybe.
Yeah, I'd give that a vague maybe.
Fine. I head back to the group.
Okay. On the other door remains left alone as you walk back out, looking at that gleaming iron chest stuck to the
You're
ceiling.
ruining his fun. I feel like logic is ruining his fun. It's not my fault.
Okay.
I'm not going to take anything.
All right.
Well, yeah, because you can't open it.
I mean, I could. Oh, I could open it.
But okay, I also have you ever heard like you break it, you bought it?
Nope.
Oh, that's like in shops in the world, if you break something and it's your fault, then you need to purchase that item to recoup the shop. It's not their fault
Because
that
they
you
lost
broke
the
it.
merchandise.
This might be a similar thing where if you break something that belongs to the temple, they consider that you taking it because they no longer have it because you broke it.
Yeah.
Ah. I broke some of those skulls before.
Well, they fell on you and you didn't do it on purpose, so I feel like if they hold that against you, then this place is fucked and we're fucked anyway. But
Anyway, it was a very good recipe that I left for Banana Foster. So,
yeah, I believe it.
That was
all right. Where do you guys want to go next?
Why don't we why don't we start on the ground floor on a door that all of us can reach and just see where it takes us?
Okay.
We'll work our way from the bottom up.
Okay, so you guys go back. You just came in the room,
All right.
and you've got east, west, and like south wall around. That makes sense.
Around the corner from ourselves.
Yeah, around the corner from the starting point. Yeah. So which one?
East?
Okay, east.
Okay, which
Sure.
Go left.
heroes go left.
So then west.
Sure. Whichever one is left.
Yeah, west. All right. Anyway, so there's a door, double door in front of you.
I check it for traps.
Okay,
Is it magic? Oh no, I already checked these ones.
14.
seems okay.
Cool. I see if it's locked.
It's not locked.
After you, Rick.
Oh, all right. Cool. I go in through the door.
Okay. Let's see. You guys head into this room, and you can see there is a female human. There is a tougher looking female human, 3 other females, 2 males, and a dire wolf there. They're sitting on the floor sharpening weapons while the dire wolf is sleeping in the middle of the room. You seem to have surprised them. You see there is like a fissure in the back wall that seemingly is leading outside.
Oh, cool. Oh, sorry. We mean no harm. We're gonna back out now.
Okay. Make a persuasion check.
Checking out the temple.
Persuasion. Yeah, 14.
Okay, I'll say you also see there is, like, as you enter into this room, there's another set of double doors leading to the right. And you come in the room, double doors immediately to your right. The back left corner is like a fissure leading outside.
Okay.
So they seem a little uncertain of you all. And at this point, like a winter wolf pads in through the kind of fissure in the wall and like curls down at the kind of the main lady's feet.
Clyde is gonna go hi to the wolf.
And the wolf just kind of is just like looks at you.
Because I have the wolf paw thing on my hand, don't I? From the winter wolves that no.
Friendship.
Yeah, the friendship. Yeah, that's true. From a million billion years ago.
Yeah.
Knowing your role.
Look at you go. Yeah, and it seems not, one way or another towards you. And yeah, they seemingly, by your in your not deception, your truthful statement that you make, and they just like still kind of giving you a wary eye and like continue sharpening weapons.
I'm gonna put my hands up and say, do you guys know anything about what's going on in there at all?
And basically what they'll tell you as a consensus as the group is that they use this place as like this crack open to the outside, and they use this place as like a refuge while they're hunting in the mountains.
Oh.
Do
you guys know what's through that other door?
Yeah, they'll tell you that there's fiery spirits in there, and they keep that door locked.
Ah, all right, awesome. We have no interest in dealing with that.
You know any of the other things living in the temple? I don't know how much you've explored. Or anything you can give us heads up about. Oh, do you also potentially know someone who's called a hero of light?
Well, they'll tell you that it's kind of a rite of passage for their tribe to come here. You need to, they'll just give you the exposition, right? They got to survive 6 days and 6 nights in this chamber. That's the rite of passage for their people.
All right. How
Prove
big
your
are their
strength.
butts?
Normal.
All right.
Need to provide strength and steadfast defiance against any kind of. There's a lot of temptations for power and things here. But they do tell you that they lost a friend. Bjorn was killed during his watch last night.
It's a bummer.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, and they they kind of gesture to like a body that's slumped in the corner, and you can see that this body has just like gashes down its back, like big deep slashes down his back.
Oh.
Okay, well, we're gonna head back in. Good luck with your rite of passage.
Yes, our condolences.
On Bjorn.
And they're like, okay.
And we go back in.
Yeah. After we close the door, I'm gonna be like, all right, so like manners seem to not matter at all in this land, so we don't have to do them, right?
Yeah, but then like if we don't keep our manners, then like maybe that'll start bleeding back into when we get back into like regular land. Then everybody's gonna think we're jerks all the time, and then that'll be like kind of reasonable of us later.
Yeah, it's a good point. A lot of people think I'm a jerk now, and I'm still trying to be polite.
I know. They're bright.
Guys.
Thanks, Clyde. I appreciate you.
So to the west then?
I guess.
Oh no, we just went
That
west.
was
This was west.
Yeah.
I'm getting all mixed up in here. To the east then.
Yes.
East.
Yes.
That's
And
west.
encompass you, Reedland.
Yar.
All right, so you guys head that way. The doors there are actually open. They're kind of like broken open. There is a 10-foot diameter circular hole in the floor. Empty sconces on the wall. Double doors of amber stand open on the northern side. A single door lies just south of the western set of doors. 20-foot high ceilings in here.
Try that one. Try the one immediately to the south.
Is there any magic in here?
No.
Is there anything on the ceiling?
Nope.
Check the door for traps.
Check the door for traps.
Okay.
Check the door for traps.
It's a 19.
Nice.
Seems good. You go into the single door, right?
Yep.
Okay.
In we go.
All right. This is a 10-foot by 10-foot room. 10-foot high ceilings. Looks like a bunch of guard bunks. Yeah. Clyde. You see something looks a little off about one of the walls in there.
Go investigate it.
Okay. You do, and it looks like there's a secret door.
Guys, there's a secret door.
Oh. All right.
Let's try another.
Last time I opened a secret door, I got attacked by a tidal wave of skulls. So stay on your toes, but this is all you.
Thanks for the heads up.
Open it with mage hand?
Sure.
Can we try to
All
open
right.
it with
You open the door with mage hand, and you're in another almost identical room, but it kind of leads. It has those arrow slits that were leading out to that hallway.
Oh, okay.
There is in the corner there is a skeleton slumped down wearing the remains of a blue wizard's robe, and he is clutching a wand to his chest. The wand is magical.
Oh man, poor guy.
Maybe this was that mad wizard they were talking about.
Maybe. Well, they said he was at on the bottom of a different mountain. I thought.
Yeah, but I mean, what if they were wrong?
That's fair. This might be him. But again, I don't know if this is a test because
I'm not touching the thing.
those mountain folks said that there are a lot of temptations for power. So respect, Mr. Wizard Man. Callum Vor, make your peace with this guy. Bye. That is Oz's attempt at religion.
I'm touched and moved.
And was there any other doors in that room?
Nope.
All right, then we leave this place.
In the back to the western room, you said there was another door to the north across a chasm?
No, just to the north. There was a hole in the floor leading down.
Oh, okay.
But this just leads to there's just a door. It is open, ajar.
I look. Wait. I look at the hole.
Make me a stealth check, Rick.
Ah. Yep, those work well. I feel like a fool of a took.
Yeah, I better hope not.
Aha, yeah, I better. How about a solid 4?
Yep, you kick a stone.
Ah!
Down this shaft. And then you see down at the bottom of the shaft, green flames begin to rise, and you hear a high-pitched cackling. And the flames are growing brighter and brighter, heading towards you. What do?
I back up, and then I ready an action to swing my axe at the first thing that comes out of this here hole.
So you do back up, but you do not have the time to ready said action, as 3 skulls wreathed in green flame, eyes glowing bright red with fanged teeth, appear in the room, like some sort of... You know what? I lied. Let me change this, because I want it to be... how do we want to do this? Alright, I lied. There is 3 of them. One of them is red with purple eyes. One of them is pink with purple eyes. The other one is blue with purple eyes. And they got these big sharp teeth, fang teeth. And they appear in the room. And they are all looking right at you, Rick. And their eyes begin to light up with these purpley glows. And you can see kind of like smoke kind of roiling off of their eye sockets, I guess. Yeah. And they're cackling and laughing. And I think that's where we're going to end it for tonight, because that fight is probably going to take a while.
Yeah, right. I appreciate that, Ted.
So we will see if Rick, Oz, and Clyde can beat Blinky, Pinky, and Inky next week. Yeah, see, look at that. Yeah. And they kind of move like back and forth, and like in only cardinal directions as they move around in the air.
If only we stand diagonal to them.
Yeah, or had some sort of large, powerful pellet in which you could eat them. But you don't, so...
I only have a powerful palate.
Yeah, and you see Rick in the corner, as though it's still out to just make you feel bad. There is an oversized but mushed and rotten cherry. It's just there, and it's like this big around. It's got a stem connected to another big round cherry, but it's all like slushed and gross and rotten. Anyway, we will see you all next week. No, I'm sorry, we won't, actually. We won't see you next week, because I will be not around next week. I will be up in the North Country taking a vacation, which is good, because I still have about 7 more videos to film tonight, so I can have every day of my vacation actually be a vacation, and just have content roll out every day on YouTube without having to worry about it.
There you go.
So I've got 3 of those already in the tank, or 4 of those already in the tank. So we're working on it.
Nice.
Yeah. So it'll be fine. I already have the topics planned out, so we should be good. Yeah. I said, you know what, this will be fun. Let's make them Pac-Man ghosts, because why not?
I like it.
That's fun, because that's where Clyde's.
I know. That was the thought process.
Oh, it's the ghost of her old friends.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I wish, like, in canon, we made the old friends from the cabin.
I mean, maybe they came here. Who knows?
Maybe they are.
Maybe they can.
I don't know. Victory, I see your message there. D&D Block Party was awesome. We raised over $14,000 for the Trevor Project. That's like a whole year of rent or more, depending on like where you live, which is pretty nuts. And a ton of giveaways, and it was super awesome, and I feel like ours was better and more informative than the official Wizards event. So yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. We will see you in 2 weeks' time.
All right.
Good night,
Bye,
Internet.
Internet. Love you. Mwah.